Hi there guys, here in SA we have the Audi 2-litre turbo and the 1.8 TFSR like I have in front of me here. A common issue is the PCV valve that actually goes on the car, and that leads to high oil consumption and also a noise that comes through your crank seal. So we're going to actually be replacing it. This is it over here. The updated one, which I have over here, actually has a white insert on top. That's actually a revised one if you've actually brought into SA to actually counter the problem with the PCV. So make sure when you are buying the new one that there is a difference between the two. Yesterday when I went to Audi, there was actually the old style one, just as well I knew there was the new one that had the white cap on it. So guys, what we're doing today, we're taking the PCV valve off, we're taking the intake flow that side off, and then obviously we have to remove one or two of the coil packs, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, so continuing off where we were, so I've pre-loosened most of the stuff already. You're going to have to take your coils off from your spark plugs, but you need to take these two off. So I've actually pre-loosened these ones. This one here. And then you only have 8 or 9 bolts on the PCV valve, so some of them are actually removed already. There's one, there's another one that are removed. That one's loose, that's loose, that one's there. Just be wary underneath here when you are actually removing this part here, not to break off. It's like a guide that's actually inside. I'll show you a bit later, but that's so far now. Okay, so I got the PCV valve off here. This is the guide I was telling you about. Some of the guys actually break it off, and then it's got no way of actually securing it there again. Also, for a bit of a heads up, the oil spill that you actually see here is what's actually oil that was inside the PCV valve. So just be cautious when you're doing it. Also when you're lifting it, just note that you are exposing your camshaft, and lift it carefully, preferably try to clean off the top of your engine before lifting up the PCV valve to prevent anything falling inside there. So I'm going to make sure that the entire sealing surface has been cleaned properly. You can see how shiny that all is. What I actually did now as well, I went and I opened the top of the PCV valve so you guys can actually see what is the stuff that actually goes on the inside here. So there you can see your spring, and over here you can see your gasket. Over here, that's actually what's wrong with your gasket now. Because it'll actually perishes, and you'll actually feel if yours has to be removed or you feel like yours is worn. That's actually what causes it. So you'll actually see it actually tears. And if you had to lift it, lift the center part off here, and if you had to compare this rubber over here, how soft and flexible it is compared to this here, it's very hard and perished. So as you can see there's obviously air can pass in and out there, ruining the crankcase ventilation of your car. So that's the problem, guys. So I'm just going to put that back on here. We'll put this one side. Okay, so there's a new one. We're going to pop that one on now. So just be sure you don't break this guard off inside there, and then make sure you place it quite nicely, as you do have to fiddle with your spark plug wires there, but that's going in for your pencil coils. So as I lifted the new one now, I thought you also just should take note here. When you actually are getting a new one, it should come with a gasket jam. So it's actually the green outline that you see all across here. And then another problem with these is there's actually a valve that goes here. And that valve can also stop working, or the movement of it ceases. That also causes issues with the PCV valve. Okay, let us trot on. Alright guys, so I finished installing everything back in its place. So with pencil coils, make sure the bracket for the pencil coils is put back in. Otherwise, if your clips are broken, like these are very shoddy clips, the connection to your pencil coils could actually fall off. Okay, so put the breather back on here into your intake side. Okay, I've done all the checks. Let's have a start up. Let's see what she does. There was an obvious engine fault there. The car was running lean or misfire on cylinder 1, but that's related to the PCV valve. So now there's no noticeable shudder on the revs or on the engine that I can feel. Very, very smooth. Let's go have a listen outside. Say nothing at all. On the old one, because it was torn, there's actually a hole at the back here. If you put your finger on it, it'll actually start making your crank seal out from the front down there. Actually starts to make a noise. So, what can I say? Job well done. Okay, let's hope that sorts out the oil usage issue. Don't like my car smoking like an old man, eh?